Hey everyone, welcome back. I am here today to do my April TBR. Okay, let's get into which books are on my radar for April. First, I cannot believe that we are fully in spring. April to me is like the official start to spring. I know that technically it starts in March, but April is like the first full month. Pollen is out in full force, sadly, but it's just such a happy time, and especially after the long dark winter, I feel like April is kind of like the month where I turn a corner and get ready for the warmer weather months. So I'm going to go over 3 books that are already on my TBR, and then we're going to pick a couple of books together. So let's get started. The first book on my TBR is Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone. This has been on my Libby holds for over a month now, several weeks, and to me, her books are really good springtime books. I'm hopeful. I have an estimated 3-week wait on my Libby right now, so I'm hopeful that that means it will become available in April and I can finally read it. This is Cara Bastone's newest release. It just came out, and I read Ready or Not last spring, and it was the perfect springtime read. The pregnancy trope in books is one of my least favorite tropes. Sorry if it's one of your favorites, I do not like it. But Ready or Not has a pregnancy trope, and it was just really well done. So I'm excited to read her next book, and I think it's going to be, her books kind of tackle some heavier topics. Like I think grief is a big part of the book that just released, and I just think she does it really well. I think that her books are really funny for how much weight they hold. So I'm excited to read it. I had a friend that read it and really enjoyed it, so I got my fingers crossed that it's going to be a hit for me. The second book on my TBR is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I love Abby Jimenez. She is one of my favorite authors. I have followed her since her first book came out in 2019, The Friend Zone, and her newest one is in the part of your world orbit, I would say. It features a character that was briefly, like she was in one page in the last book. So I'm just excited to continue. Her writing is some of my favorite. I put a hold on this one on Libby as pretty much as soon as it was available to be held. So I am 37th in line, and Say You'll Remember Me comes out on April 1st. So I'm very hopeful that it's going to be available for me. Probably realistically like the second half of the month, but hopefully I should be able to get to it. And Abby Jimenez books are usually 4 to 5 stars for me. So I'm just really hopeful that April is going to be a good month for star ratings. And to me, higher star ratings just equate to better quality reads. So if I have a lot of 4+ star reads back to back, I would say even like 3.5 stars and above consistently, that is like a really good reading month for me. And then the last book on my radar is Grave Amish Secrets by Patricia Johns. This is a Harlequin romance, and it's a part of their Love Inspired suspense line. So Love Inspired is kind of their faith-based books, but the suspense, obviously is romantic suspense. So there's going to be kind of like a mystery element to it. And I have been wanting to get into Harlequin romances. So this will be ticking 2 boxes. This will be the Harlequin category romance book club author for April over on the Bookish Knitters YouTube channel. Patricia Johns is the author for this month. And then also there's Amish April that the Bookish Knitter and another creator are hosting. And I've never read an Amish romance. So This book, my library had available on audio on Hoopla, so that's how I'm going to read this book. And I'm very curious. Again, one of my reading goals this year is to branch out into different subgenres. So this will tick a lot of boxes. This will be Harlequin. This will be a faith-based romance and a romantic suspense. It'll be a new author for me. So this will kind of be the out of left field pick, but I am excited about it. So we're going to see how that goes. Next, we're going to go through my TBR jar. And in here are all of the physical books that I have on my shelves. And we are going to, I think my goal is I'm going to pick 3 books out of here and I'm going to add 1 to my April TBR. And I think this will be a really good way for me to read some of the books that I already have, because I typically rely heavily on the library. And I'm a big mood reader. So a lot of times I will kind of get distracted by what's on Kindle Unlimited or on my Libby, and I'll forget about my physical shelf. So we're going to open up the TBR mason jar and pick out 3 books. Okay. Oh, this has not been updated. Iron Flame. I have already read Iron Flame, so we're going to take that one out. I haven't updated this in a couple of months, so there might be some books that I've already read. Maybe I should take that as reading Onyx Storm, because I have not read Onyx Storm yet, so maybe I'll add Onyx Storm instead of Iron Flame. Okay, sorry, I did that off camera. Here is the next one. This is nonfiction, I think. It Didn't Start With You. This is like a psychology book about mental health. And then the last one, dropped one. I gotta do this on camera. Sorry guys, I gotta like hold it up really high. Let's see. Which one is that? Oh, there's still more. Okay. Last one. Dreaming of You. I have no idea what book that is. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go scrounge my bookshelves and pick out these books, and I'll be right back and we can read through those together and see which one I pick. Okay, I got the books and I'm back. So these are the 3 books that the TBR jar picked. I swapped Onyx Storm for Iron Flame since I'd already read Iron Flame. And this is the It Didn't Start With You book. And then the Dreaming of You book is a Lisa Kleypas book. I don't know exactly what series it's a part of. I got it at a library sale. So I think I'm going to go with Onyx Storm just because I've been talking with a lot of my friends who have read it, and I need to finish it, and I want to understand all of the references that I've been seeing online. So I'm probably going to pick up Onyx Storm, and I do have the ebook on my Libby now. So I did that with Iron Flame too. This book is so big that it kind of hurts to read it because you have to carry this like really big book. So the ebook will be nice and convenient. Let me read to you what the other 2 books are about. The Onyx Storm is the 3rd book in the Imperium series by Rebecca Yarros, so 4th Wing series. It Didn't Start With You is a nonfiction. The subtitle is How Inherited Family Trauma Shapes Who We Are and How to End the Cycle. It says a groundbreaking approach to transforming traumatic legacies passed down in families over generations by the acclaimed expert in the field. Depression, anxiety, chronic pain, phobias, obsessive thoughts. The evidence is compelling. The roots of these difficulties may reside not in our immediate life experience or in chemical imbalances in our brains, but in the lives of our parents, grandparents, and even great-grandparents. Scientific research over the past several years, now making headlines, supports what many have long intuited, that traumatic experiences can be inherited. Even if the person who suffered the original trauma has died, or the story has been forgotten or silenced, memory and feelings can live on, encoded in everything from gene expression to everyday language. As a pioneer in the field of inherited family trauma, Mark Walwyn has worked with individuals and groups on a therapeutic level for more than 20 years. It Didn't Start With You offers a pragmatic and guide to his method, the core language approach. Diagnostic self-inventories provide a way to uncover the fears and anxieties conveyed through everyday words, behaviors, and physical symptoms. Techniques for developing a genogram or extended family tree create a map of experiences going back through generations. And visualization, active imagination, and direct dialogue create pathways to reconnection, integration, and reclamation of life and health. It Didn't Start With You is a transformative approach to resolving long-standing difficulties that in many cases traditional therapy, drugs, or other interventions have not had the capacity to touch. I don't know, guys, that sounds really interesting. I might have to swap and trade Onyx Storm for this one because that is very curious. It's also not super long. It's like 200 pages. So this might be an option. This might be going on my TBR actually. And let's read the summary for Dreaming of You. I think this one's in the middle of a series. Oh, that's so cute. Look at the little carriage. Okay, that was cute. This one's in the middle of a series, so I don't think this is going to be the one that I pick up. But if you've never heard of this book, I'm going to read you the summary. When shy and secluded author Sarah Fielding ventures from her country cottage to research a novel, she inadvertently witnesses a crime in process and manages to save the life of the most dangerous man in London. Derek Craven is a powerful and near-legendary gambling club owner who was born a bastard and raised in the streets. His reputation is unsavory, his scruples non-existent. But Sarah senses that beneath Derek's cynical exterior, he is capable of love more passionate than his deepest fantasies. Aware that he is the last man that an innocent young woman should ever want, Derek is determined to protect Sarah from himself, no matter what it takes. But in a world where secrets lurk behind every shadow, he is the only man who can keep her safe. And as Derek and Sarah surrender to an attraction too powerful to deny, a peril surfaces from his past to threaten their happiness and perhaps even their lives. Together they will discover if love is enough to make dreams come true. That is actually intriguing to me because I've been like on a romantic suspense kick, but I have not read the first books in the series. So what I might do is look up at my library the start of the series and see if that speaks to me, and maybe I'll start that one. The first one looks like it's called Then Came You, so we will see. Let me know if you have read the series, if you like it. Lisa Kleypas is like an author who has a pretty prolific backlist that I have not touched. So yeah, I am very curious if you've read this book, if you've read any of her books. And yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, it's a cute picture of her. I've never seen what she looks like. So that wraps up my April TBR. We've got 3 books from the library, plus the 1 physical copy that my TBR jar picked. And I will keep you guys posted on how April goes. I typically, like at least last year, noticed that I read more in the winter months. So this year I'm hoping that I can continue my pace into the spring, even as I start getting outside a little bit more. So yeah, let me know what's on your April TBR, if we have any of the same books, if you're participating in any of the read-alongs that are going on, and I will talk with you guys soon. If you haven't already, you can comment, like, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I love chatting with you guys in the comments back and forth. So until next time, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!